Welcome to the WEBA live workshop. I would like to welcome all agents from around the world today to this special edition about Finland, LUT University in Finland. It will be a fantastic presentation, and it's great to welcome so many different agents from around the world today. And I would like to see as well that my colleague from London is available, Bajinder.
Very good morning, Richard. I know you started early morning today, and yes, of course, here is also quite good sunshine. Looking forward to Finland is considered to be the top destination as far as education is concerned. So definitely, I think almost 100 agents we are reaching now very soon, and looking forward for this new destination.
Fantastic. Thank you, Bajinder. Thank you for your assistance as usual. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that today we have 95 agents from around the world, so far from 37 different countries. I would like to see if my guest, Otto, is available. Please, Otto, if you are available, just welcome here. So Otto is Otto from Finland. If you are available, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I hope you can hear me, Richard.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, Otto. How are you today?
Excellent. I'm very good. We are expecting a storm of a decade or century here in Finland, but right now things are very calm, and we are extremely excited to have so many participants, listening what we have to say.
Yes, we are now reaching 98 agents, Otto, for your information. And we receive many requests from agents from all around the world that are very much interested to cooperate with you. And I know you have a second event coming up shortly as well. So for all the agents that will not be able to be part on the workshop today, they will be joined the next time. Otto, before to start, I would like to speak to the agents for a second. I would like to ask all the agents to remain on mute modality. This is very important during the presentation. So please do not unmute yourself. This will help us to give us a presentation. And if you have any questions during the presentation from Otto or his colleague, please go on chat below. As you can see, there is a chat. Just put your question below on the chat system, and then after I will read your question and I will go back to Otto with your question. So very important, leave your question below. And at the end of the workshop as well, I will give you a link which you can fill out. And in this link, you will need to include your details. And so you will be able to have a one-to-one meeting with Otto and his team next week, in the next coming weeks, because Otto would like to have an interview with each of you who is interested to work with LUT. So it's very important for you to be part of this presentation. In the meantime, more agents are joining us. We are quite reaching our 100 agents, which is done now. So this is an excellent news. Otto, I will now click on share the screen. You are able to start with your presentation. I think you will start to show a video first. So how you will present the LUT?
Well, to put it in a nutshell, LUT is a very typical science university. But what is not typical, we are an excellent community, an excellent team of people, professors, teachers, students, other faculty members, and the whole society in 2 cities around us. So we are concentrating on technology and business, and this is where we are extremely good at.
Excellent, very much. So you can share the screen now. So ladies and gentlemen, please remain on mute modality. This is very important. And if you have any question, just go below on chat and put your question there. So we are looking forward to see your presentation, Otto.
Yes. We want to, I want to, simultaneously also tell about my colleague, Juha, will be running the presentation together with me. And so we will be both talking and explaining. And as Richard told you, please don't hesitate to write the questions on the chat, and we will be more than happy to answer. First thing what we want to show you is what LUT is all about.
Life on Earth is threatened by our actions. We are releasing too much carbon into the atmosphere, and the system is failing. We need to renew the way companies, cities, and society work. People are trying to find a place, a community that creates a real impact. It's time for us to seek scientific solutions to the challenges of System Earth. The transition to a carbon-neutral world requires electrification and power-to-X technology. Our strength lies in our systemic understanding, addressing individual challenges as part of an overall system. The world needs us to advance technologies that turn carbon dioxide from a problem to a resource. We are responding to the need for complex water treatment and the recovery of valuable raw materials from wastewater. With our help, companies can reinvent themselves to grow sustainably and create value in a digital economy. This is the place. This is the community. At the very heart of renewal. Science with a purpose is our mission. We are the trailblazers.
Excellent video. Very, very nice.
Thank you, Richard. And well, as you everyone you were able to see, we are the trailblazers. LUT is leading the way in several fields of science, as I mentioned, especially in technology and business. And yes, now I would like to show you we are not only the trailblazers, but we are also the land of the curious. And this is where we are aiming at. We want that our professors, our teachers, staff members, and especially the students, that they are curious in everything what they do. We want that they seek for new solutions and new ways to do things, not only the old what is in the habit. This is a quote. You know, if you would need to remember LUT in one quote, clean energy, water, and air are life-giving resources for which we at the LUT University seek new solutions with our expertise in technology and business. We help society and businesses in their sustainable renewal. Our international community consists 6,500 members. Our campuses are in Lappeenranta and Lahti, Finland. And these four things especially are important for us, and these are the things where we are very good at. And when we are turning emissions into opportunities and refining side streams into value, or transitioning energy to a carbon neutral world, we also want to make sustainable business and industry. This is of course something we have to always remember simultaneously. Finland, I'm very sure that there is a lot of you listening who don't know much about Finland. There must be also people who know Finland quite well. But Finland is excellent in education, and that's big reason why we are so thrilled with Juha to tell you more about LUT University and Lab University of Applied Sciences. Finland.
Otto,
Yes.
I have a question
Please.
coming in from several agents. Tell this university, is this a private or a state university? This is what agents are asking. Maybe if you can give this short information, which is, I think, very important.
That's a very good question. And the reason why we tend to forget this in Finland is that in Finland, all the universities are state-owned. Universities are still working basically like private companies. So this is not very bureaucratic. I would say, for instance, LUT University is very dynamic in everything what we do. And to put it short, in Northern Europe, let's say in Scandinavia, we don't really have private universities, and everything is state.
Thank you very much, Otto, for this information. Ladies and gentlemen, we are reaching now 110 agents from 47 different countries, Otto.
That's an excellent news, and I'm more than happy, and we are with Juha. We are more than happy to share this information with each and every one of you. And you know, these are like the three things what we really love to share about Finland is that Finland is the happiest country in the world. And this is not only that we think that we are the happiest people in the world. This is really the World Happiness Report, which is run by the World Economic Forum. This has been now already several years in a row that Finland has been, according to a study, the world's happiest people living in. But we also are the safest country in the world. This is also a World Economic Forum study, and we are thrilled, you know, when we have international students coming from all over the world. You know, I have kids as well. I'm sure many of you have kids as well. And if we are sending our children abroad, we obviously want that they feel safe. And that's why we feel very good receiving and offering our study opportunities for international students. But we are also greenest country in the world. We have clean water, we have clean air, we have clean forests, and that's especially now during these COVID-19 times, what we all have been facing, what has been very valuable, not only for us Finns, but for our international friends and partners who live in Finland, that they are able to enjoy the pure and clean nature and water. This is a map of Europe. I am 100% sure that you know where the United Kingdom is. We can see London here. We can see Germany, France, Spain, Italy, like the big countries in Europe. Finland is located here on the northern part of Europe. We are between Russia and Sweden. The biggest city in Northern Europe is St. Petersburg in Russia, and Lappeenranta and Lahti, the two campuses and two cities where we work, are basically between Helsinki and St. Petersburg. So this picture on the background is from the harbor of Lappeenranta, which is an extremely beautiful place. And the picture, what you can see on the background, is very likely from summer, because as you might know, in Finland, in summertime, we don't have basically no night, and the sun never gets down. So this is most likely a midnight photo where you still have a lot of light at the harbor. Now, when I'm talking about LUT, I'm always simultaneously talking about LUT Group, and we have two universities, LUT and Lab University of Applied Sciences. I'm sure many of you know the term University of Applied Sciences, which is a typical system in several European countries. And LUT University is really strongly specialized in international science. And we are focusing on energy, air, water, and responsible business. Then on the other hand, Lab University of Applied Sciences is taking the best things from science and research and working life. There is much more hands-on skills, but also everything is based on professional research and science. Another video what I would like to show you is a little bit about LUT.
Otto, before to show the next video, I would like to inform to all the agents who just joined us, now we have 116 agents, that you will need to listen to all the presentation. When everything is finished, we will put a link on the chat system. You will need to fill out the link form so that Otto and his team will be able to schedule a one-to-one meeting with you. And this is very, very important. So they will schedule a meeting with you, and then after they will make an agent's agreement with you. So now we are in the middle of the presentation from Otto, and please everyone remain on mute modality. And if you have any question, just go below on the chat system and put your question there. Thank you very much. Otto, please continue.
Thank you, Richard. As I mentioned earlier, we have LUT University and Lab University of Applied Sciences. So these footages are from the Lappeenranta campus, where both LUT University and Lab University of Applied Sciences are located. It's an excellent, beautiful campus area with a lot of great people. Please. Yes, and I am sure that me and Richard, for instance, we really love the fact that there is a pizzeria at the on campus. Right,
yes,
Richard?
Exactly, correct. It's always very nice to have insight in a student campus, a nice pizzeria, because people as well, people who are vegan or vegetables will be able to join this, and students love this as well. It creates a little bit of atmosphere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now at this moment, I would love to give turn to my colleague Juha. Juha has been working for a long time, for years in international student recruitment, and is a great guy in addition. So Juha, if you please continue from here.
Nice to meet you all. Happy to help you with the details of our university. And as Otto and Richard mentioned earlier, please feel free to ask any questions if needed. LUT, yes. Yeah, LUT in figures, this is a little bit complicated because there are always some differences in these figures, and they are always changing, of course. And as we speak as LUT, these figures are only from the LUT to Science University part, so not included Lab University of Applied Sciences. So as it seems in here that the student number. We have 5,000 bachelor students. We have 1,000 scientific publications. We have 400 doctoral students. We have 1,100 staff members and 80 different nationalities on campus. But these are only LUT, the Science University part. So when we add our Lab University of Applied Sciences in here, we can say that in our Lappeenranta campus, there is around 10,000 people every day. So it's not like a small campus in Finnish scale. So it's a big campus. And one of the most important fact for the international student is that 1/3 of our incoming students are foreign nationalities. So we are really used to have international students, and we want to increase the number all the time. So we want to have more and more international students to our university. So 80 different nationalities is a good number, and we can say that the biggest numbers are coming from India, Pakistan, Russia, Iran, and Vietnam. I think those are the biggest numbers are coming from. Next years there's going to be a big Chinese group, and we know that there are a lot of different options, and we want to have more nationalities to be a bigger part of our community. And of course, for Indian students, I say that in the last video you saw that we have Indian restaurant in here. So when the parents are asking if they students or they children can get good food in here, so they can say that in here we have even Indian restaurant with the student discount prices that is really nice in here. Student meal is about €3, so that is quite key figure if you think that they can eat cheap and good food in here. But please, Otto. Maybe this is the best view that you can have from our university. In the center of the picture, you can see the campus area, and next to this, these apartment buildings in here, there's student housing. These student houses are really modern. They have been built recently. They are really good quality with high-speed internet connection and with really affordable prices. So the students, when they come here to study, they can live next to the campus and be studying in here that is open 24/7. That actually is a good statement that Otto put there, is that our city is known as a border town. If you are watching Netflix, that there's this TV show from Finland that is maybe it's quite dark crime TV show, but still you can see the views from our city. As you can see that our campus is located next to a forest and lake. So that lake Saimaa that you can see on the background is one of the biggest lakes in the whole Europe. So actually that lake is connected to the sea, and you can travel 500 kilometers north from Lappeenranta with this lake. So, and that water is so pure that actually I have made quite many times my food when I have been camping from that lake. So that is maybe describing how everything is in here. City of Lappeenranta is located next to St. Petersburg, and there's a direct train connection from St. Petersburg to Lappeenranta and Lahti, and same with Helsinki. So there are many different direct flights to St. Petersburg and to Helsinki that you can come easily to both campuses. Lahti campus is a newer part of our campus, so it's growing fast, and it's a really good and modern campus, and everything like libraries, public areas, workspaces, laboratories, everything are modern, and you can say that the top of the art. Lahti campus is growing fast, but it's still a little bit smaller than what we have in Lappeenranta. Do you have this video in here about our student housing, or should we just say something about it, Otto?
You're welcome to show this. This will be very great, so they can give a great idea to all the agents about the student accommodation.
Yes, this is some crucial part that normal.
We are very proud about this, about how our student housing looks like. So we are more than happy. My apologies that the first part here is in Finnish, but this girl will here show. This girl will show here how her student apartment looks like. She's one of our students. And this is an example of an apartment which costs 335 euros a month. It's a 25 square meter apartment and has 150 meters to the university. So it's basically located next to the university.
I wish I can be a student. It looks very, very nice.
Yes, exactly. This is what many international students love it, because there's another example, a 31 square meter apartment, 390 euros a month. Here you can see a little bit footage at the winter time when we have snow on the ground. And this is also 200 meters to the university. This is the third option what we are showing at the video. It's a bigger one, normally for two people, basically couples, for instance, or two people, 1.6 kilometers to the university, so between the city center and the university campus. So this is in a nutshell how our student apartments look like. And as Richard say, it's the quality is really good, and also as a parent, if you would, or as an agent, if you are sending students to a country which is far away, so at least you know that the conditions are extremely good.
And
Otto, sorry to interrupting you, ladies and gentlemen, but we have many more agents who join us. We reach now 130 agents from 54 different countries worldwide. And for all the new agents who just joined, at the end of the presentation, I will put a link below on the chat system, and you will need to fill out this link in order to have a one-to-one meeting with Otto and his colleague in order to start to cooperate together. So it's very, very important to fill out this form in order to cooperate with these two universities. Sorry to interrupting you, please continue. Thank you very much.
No, that's a very, very good information. Juha, please, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, to add to that student housing, that it's an like non-profit organization who is providing those houses, so the prices are that's why they are so cheap. If you compare to student housing in US or UK, you don't get that quality with that price. So, and also to add that that price includes electricity, internet access, fast-speed internet access, heating, and also the quality. Like people are thinking that it's really cold in Finland, but with centralized heating, you have 22 to 25 degrees in your apartment all the time. So even that it would be -30 outside, it's still warm inside. So that is something that people always ask, that it's going to be really cold and you are going to be feeling cold in your apartment, but not in here. But one more really important, highly important thing is that the student satisfaction, that our students, when they come, we have actually a team to make them as welcome as possible. We have a team of students who are coming to meet them at the train station. They are getting a SIM card when they arrive, so they can actually directly call home when they arrive to Lappeenranta. They are helped with everything, with bank accounts, with everything. So the students are extremely happy to study and be part of our group. So when we do survey every year about the student satisfaction, we are happy to inform that the international students are 97% happy for the first year experience. That is one of the highest numbers I have heard anywhere, and also of course highest in Finland, and that is something that we can be proud of.
This is
one more thing is that when they graduate, we are doing survey that what is their work condition after 1 year of graduation. So we have a really high number of employed students after studying. So because of course the engineering, science and business are that kind of market that you are getting quite easily a job. If you are studying humanistic sciences, that's not so easy, but for our students it's more than 90% of the students are getting hired after first year, and the salaries are highest in Finland after they graduate from our university. That is also really key information for the students. But please, Otto.
Yes, Richard, you please go ahead.
Yes, I have many questions coming in from the agents, and maybe both of you can help me a little bit about this. Let's start first with the program, the bachelor and the master. The majority of the agent asking me if this program is in English.
Yes, so all the programs what we will tell you just shortly about the programs. So all the programs are 100% in English. So for instance, thank you if you're able to mute, sir, madam there, thank you so much. So all the programs we are talking about are 100% in English, because we are not requiring any Finnish skills in our programs, but we are of course offering Finnish studies as well, because we all know we are working in an international environment in a global world. So even though English is #1 language, it is good to know some of the local language. Richard.
Another question that we have, Otto, is in refer of the accommodation. If some student have some private connection in Finland, they don't have to stay in the accommodation from the campus, correct?
No, they don't. We have students who are also hiring apartments from private sector. They can live in the city center or wherever they want to.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, LUT is a state university, for your information, for all the new agents who just join us at the moment. Please continue with the presentation, Otto.
Yes, Juha, before we go to the programs, would you like to tell our friends something about the ranking of LUT?
Yes, of course, these are the worldwide rankings, and we can say that with many thousands of universities around the world, we are among the top 400 universities, and we have been nominated as top 200 in business, but these figures are not telling the whole truth, because when we talk about these rankings, of course, we are happy to be in top 400 universities, but we know that in our own field of science, what we are doing, like environmental science and technology, we are easily we can say that we are easily the best in our country, but one of the best in the whole Europe, and maybe one of the best around the world. Of course, we cannot compare because there's no rankings for environmental technology or other fields or minor fields. But we have been specialized just to be best what we are doing. So It's not only that we are best 400 university, but we are really the one of the best in our fields. And to add to that, why we want to focus on these kind of things is that, of course, these are important things, and we want to make a purpose with our science. But one thing is also that this is the fastest growing business around the world. If you think about the environmental science, environmental movement around the world right now, the biggest investments are made in environmental technology. Biggest investors are China and India. Europe is coming far behind of the investments in the environmental technology. So there's a really good way to think of your future and think of the students' future in this kind of field that is now growing. So this is maybe one most important thing that to understand when you are going to study, that you are going to study something that is going to be the future business. If you think about the paper industry or many other industries that are going down all the time, they are subtracting people, the business is going out of the date, you could say, but this is growing fast. But yes, Otto, maybe you can continue.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Otto, you're on mute modality. Before to continue, Otto, and the agent asked me many different questions. One of the main question was from some African agents. Are you accepting African agents as well? I presume there is absolutely no problem.
Absolutely, we love everyone, no matter where you're from and what is your language and background. So absolutely, we are already working with a few African agents. Yes.
Then more question coming in is you offering bachelor and master. So they want to know a little bit about the bachelor and the master you are offering. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's maybe the highlight, of course, what we are talking. So as I mentioned in the beginning, those who have been in from the start, we are talking about the LUT University group. So that means that we have both LUT University and Lab University of Applied Sciences. And first we are talking about the LUT University. At the LUT University, we have 5 bachelor's programs in technology, and then we have a bunch of master's programs in both technology and business. In addition, we are offering doctoral studies, winter and summer school, and our students have excellent exchange study possibilities. And these are the 5.
Sorry, Otto. Maybe I can add for that these exchange possibilities are always open for international students also. So if you want to study in here, you want to make an exchange for 3 months in Germany or some other country, that is always an option for international students too.
Yes, that's absolutely true, and a lot of our students are using this possibility, and we are also encouraging for that. We have 5 bachelor's programs in English. These are technology and engineering science, which is combining 4 different fields of engineering. This is run by the School of Energy Systems. And in addition, we have energy technology, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and software engineering. And one, in our opinion, and in my personal opinion as well, what is very tempting and attractive with these 4 programs below is that we are doing this as a double degree with a Chinese university, Hebei University of Technology. The students are studying only in Finland, but they are anyway getting a degree also from the Chinese university. And this is obviously a great way for many in case you want to get employed also in China. So to have the Western European degree, but also the Chinese degree. This is what our bachelor's programs are. Scope of the program is 180 credits and duration is 3 years. And this is important, what is not unique in globally, but this is very special for us. After graduation, the student has a direct study right to continue studies at the master's level at the LUT. So when they graduate, they can either go to the workforce, to working life, or they can continue in another university, but they have an automatic right to continue there at the master's level in LUT. And now about the application period. We have two application periods. We have annual application period, which is we call it regular admission. And this is a national system. So that means that it is run by the government. But we are during October, we are launching our very own rolling admission, which gives the possibility the students to apply for the programs all the way to May 31st. And for the rolling admission application requirements, I am happy to inform you during October, but this is something what is very important to remember, that this is something what we are offering, and this we have already now seen that this is opening a lot of new possibilities for us and a lot of possibilities for students on a global scale. Application requirements in this regular admission are upper secondary degree plus SAT test. Tuition fees for students outside European Union is, depending on the program, 9,000 or 9,500 euros per academic year. And for the bachelor's programs, we are offering scholarships from the second year on if the student completes 60 credits during the first academic year. And to add to this, we are offering 50% scholarships if the student completes these 60 credits. These are our master's programs. I don't go to details, but we have both on technology and business administration sides. And I'm in later when we have more one-on-one talks, we are obviously happy to tell you more about the programs. But duration of each program at the master's level is 2 years and 120 credits. And also at the master's level, we have already, this is older version, so we already have 2 admission periods. We have rolling admission, which starts now on the 1st of October and goes to the 31st of May. Plus we have regular admission, which is in December and January. And as it was in the bachelor level, this regular admission also is run by it's a national admission period. Application.
Otto, I have a question. Many ask me more or less the same question. What score is needed for STA?
Yes, that's actually simultaneously when I was explaining about this, I thought that this I need to add to my presentation because I don't remember that by heart. But so simultaneously, I have an excellent opportunity to show you our webpage where you can find a lot of new information. LUT.fi is the webpage, and this is maybe when you open it, it's hopefully directly in English. But if it's not, you can find in English and in Russian here. Russia is a very close connection for us because we are located so close to Russia, and we have been doing a lot of trade there. But by clicking English and then admissions, you can here find, for instance, apply to LUT and bachelor studies. And we have here technology and engineering science. So here then on the left hand side, you can find how to apply, and again applying with a SAT test. So here we have the scores. Mathematics is 500 and evidence-based reading and writing is 480.
Thank you very much. This is a very important information because there was many ask me the same questions now. So I have another question. Nigeria is an English-speaking country. All courses are taught in English here. Please, will you need an English test for Nigerian students?
So in master level, we have language tests required also for Nigerian students. So there are some countries which, if you have made your bachelor's degree, Juha, can you fill me in here? At least in the USA, United Kingdom, Australia, those don't require language tests.
Yeah.
But
you can find it from the web pages, those countries that you don't need the language test, but it's really limited. So it's like, as Otto said, that just those countries that the main language is in English, and it's spoken, like even South Africa, that even the main languages should be or could be taught in English, but it's not included, even that we know that they are speaking good English, but that is the situation that we have decided. So, but maybe I want to add one thing, that the difference between regular admission and rolling admission is that regular admission is that all the students who are through regular admission are competing against others. So when you are applying through regular admission to our studies, we have certain amount of study places in that, and those are government supported. So that is a little bit different. That is limiting our number. And then you are competing against others. So it could be that there are 500 students to apply for 100 places. So 400 students cannot get in. But the rolling admission is opening in October, and we have certain amount of study places in rolling admission. So those who are applying and meeting the criteria are getting automatically in if they are meeting the criteria and paying the tuition fee for the first year. So then they are getting directly in, and when the program is full, then of course it's closed. So it could be that if your students are applying in end of May, that all the study places are already full. So it's a time critical. Of course, we can talk about with the programs, with the academics, if we can increase the number. If we have like 50 places for mechanical engineering in rolling admission, we can maybe have a little bit more if there are more students coming, but they are not competing against the other students. They just need to pass the criteria that is mentioned here.
I have another question coming in. At the moment, we have more and more questions coming in. If a student will do a bachelor, do they need to submit a GMAT?
No. So for the LUT bachelor, we are only requiring at the moment the upper secondary degree plus SAT test. But, and then that was very good what Juha said about the difference between rolling and regular admission. And now for our rolling admission, I will inform all of you then in October about the criteria there. But the aim what we have, because it's our own admission period, that it will be more direction out of a model, so that there is no SAT requirement then in bachelor level, but no GMAT, no GRE required.
Thank you very much. I get more questions about the different agents. So all the new agents who just join us, please be informed that at the end of the presentation, I will put a link that you can fill out. And when you fill out this link here, the university LUT will contact you directly and make an interview with you first, and then if everything will be fine, they will do an agents agreement with you. Now we're talking about agents agreement. Otto, we are here, we are all business people here, so everyone wants to know how much is the commission for the agents.
Yes, that's a very good and very important question. So we are paying commission for the first year tuition fee for the agent, so that if an agency is sending 1 to 5 students, we are paying 10%, 6 to 10 students 15%, and more than 11 or more students 20% commission.
So, and one more time, can you explain us how much is the tuition fee per year? Because I get this question from some of the agents who just join us now.
Yes, here at the bottom of this slide, you can see that at the master's level, the tuition fee is 10,000 euros per academic year, and at the master's level, we have scholarships, 50 and 100% scholarships available for the first year, and 50% scholarships are much more likely to get than 100%. But yeah.
Can you please remain on mute modality? I can see that someone is on mute themselves. It's very important to remain on mute modality during the presentation. Thank you very much. I have more questions coming in, Otto, now. So if a student is coming from a non-speaking country, do they need to submit an IELTS or TOEFL test?
Yes. So now when we talk about master's programs, we have to now divide these things that at the master's level, at the moment, we have a language requirement. And this is something what I can show you here at our rolling admission. We have we already have these eligibility requirements. So these are the same for all the master programs. These are the requirements. So we have IELTS academic 6.0 and TOEFL is 80 IBT at the moment. These are the current requirements, and we are obviously on annual basis we are considering the requirements, but these are for this year.
Then do you accept undergraduate transfer students?
Now I have to say that undergraduate transfer students. Okay, so they should be applying with in the same admission as everyone else is in this bachelor's admission. So we don't have that option at the moment.
Will the next
sorry,
yes,
maybe I can answer for also that in whole Finland, if you have earlier credits earned in a different university around the world, there's always an option that they can check your knowledge in that criteria, and you can get the marks from those courses. So that is always option. That there's one student from Hong Kong that I was supporting just yesterday about this situation. So she was doing some courses in US, and now she's earning already 17 credits in our university, that even that she just started, because those were transferred to our credits. But they are always looked from that if they are equal to our courses. So if we can, so they are always checked case by case.
I presume as well the scholarship will be choose case by case.
Yes, at the master's level, yes, it's basically case by case. But then on the bachelor level, as I mentioned, sorry here. So this is very straightforward. If a student achieves 60 credits, which is an annual amount what the students are supposed to study, if they achieve 60 credits, they will be granted a 50% scholarship for the second year.
Then, because of the COVID, how is the situation in Finland? And will all the students study online on the next term? How is the situation? Can you please explain us? Because we have many of agents ask about this.
Juha is actually, so we are in very safe hands here, because Juha is one of the best experts when it comes to paramedics in Finland. So Juha, would you like to tell about this topic?
Yeah, it depends on the different courses. Some courses are needing more to be on campus, like the first parts in bachelors are mainly done in campus because there's safety issues, laboratory works, and all these kind of things. But of course, we are trying to be as flexible as possible. So now the students were not able to come to our country because of the embassies were closed and they couldn't get the student visa and all these kind of problems. So we have helped them to start a little bit later on. We hope that they arrive as soon as possible, but they have been able to start their courses, that they wouldn't miss anything online. And all our now all of our studies are done, or lectures are done online in the same time that they are done in a campus area. So they are, when we have a normal lecture in our lecture hall, then it's always recorded and you can see it online in the same time, or you can look it later. So if you are feeling sick and you are not able to come to university campus, then you can be watching the same lecture online. And of course, this has helped a lot with this COVID situation, because some of the students were not able to come to campus, or they were in quarantine for 2 weeks after arriving to Finland. So we are helping everyone if they need some special documentation about our studies to get the visa, and we have helped them personally to get the IDs and get the logins and everything that they can start their studies. So
what about the COVID-19 situation in Finland on national scale?
Yeah, the COVID situation right now is actually one of the best in the world. So the situation in here is that we have really low amount of COVID-19 patients, and actually in the hospitals we don't have, I think that right now we don't have even one person in intensive care unit. So actually the situation is really, really good. And we haven't had COVID-19 deaths in maybe in 2 months or 3 months. So it has been really good. And in case your students are getting sick, this is the best place to be sick, because we have the best healthcare system in the world. So they were just a comparative study made around the world that if you are going to need an ICU care with COVID-19, the Finnish ICUs are actually top of the world. So that is one reason also. If you're sending your children around the world to study, they are without family support, this is the place that they would be the most safest.
Richard, do you think that there would be some questions, other questions about LUT? Because basically the next thing what we would like to tell you shortly is also about the LAB, University of Applied Sciences, where we have another 8 programs on bachelor level to market and to recruit students.
Yes, is that what we want? Because I receive as well this request that we need to know now from the second university if they can give us a bit more information about what kind of bachelor and master you offer.
Absolutely. Simultaneously, I'm telling you about the education. I am sure that some of you have heard that the Finnish education is best in the world, and this is primarily we are using methods which are modern, and we are not only teaching top down, but we are asking a lot of questions, doing group work and so on. About the LUT group, so this is what I said, showed already in the beginning. So just briefly, we are working together, LUT and LAB, and LAB is combining best from both worlds. So
Otto, can you go back one more time to the slide before, so that the agent can make a photo about this one, because this is very, very important. And I will make a photo as well about this slide, because this will help the agent to understand the two groups. One is LUT and one is LAB. Thank you very much, Otto. Please continue. Sorry.
No worries, Richard. This is excellent question. And of course, when for us, this is something what we do every day, and it's everyday life. So obviously, sometimes you get too excited, and really, this is a quite unique way as well, also in Finland, that we are working so much together. But we really believe that when these two universities work together side by side on 2 campuses, it's 100% win-win situation.
Otto,
Please.
sorry but because of that, you're speaking about the 2 campus and Finland. What about the situation with the the health insurance for the students, because you know during the COVID many parents are asking these questions. So before to go to the next university, can you tell us about the health insurance for students in Finland? How is the situation? How it works for the students?
Richard, I know that you are not surprised that when I'm now again asking our health expert Juha to tell about this. Juha, please.
Yes, the health insurance is of course all of our international students have to have their own health insurance, but that is only for the serious cases, because the basic health care is included to our university student union fee. So it means that when you are paying the student union fee for the year, it's 120 euros, I think, but it includes dental care, mental care, and basic health care. So if you have toothache, you are getting taken care of with our dentists. So we have the student health organization who is taking care of the students with the basic issues. But of course, if worst case scenario is that you are getting in a bad accident, or you are getting really difficult health problems, medical problems, then of course you need to have a health insurance that is covering that.
Thank you very much for the information. Ladies and gentlemen, as well, the new agents who just joined us, please remain on mute modality. And at the end of the workshop, I will put a link which you can fill out and include all the details of your agency. In this form, Otto will be able to contact you and arrange a one-to-one meeting and answer you many questions that you have. Please, Otto, continue.
Yes, and this is definitely something what we are really looking forward to, you know, really hopefully meeting all of you guys later on one-on-one. So this is a Lab University of Applied Sciences in figures. We have more than 8,500 students, and so this is 6th largest University of Applied Sciences in Finland. Lab is growing at the moment rapidly on international level, because we are launching every year now several new international, so English-speaking programs. We are working on 3 campuses, and this is great that we were working on 3 campuses. So Lappeenranta, Lahti, the 2 cities, but online also before we knew nothing about COVID-19. So this is working also online is something where we're very good at. This is just like an update. The same cities, same campuses, Lappeenranta and Lahti. What we already talked about, two beautiful cities. This is the Lappeenranta campus. Basically the same picture from the same view you saw already before. This picture on the bottom left corner is actually a bridge between the university, LUT University and Lab University buildings. Lahti, those who love skiing, I assume that there are less people in our webinar who love skiing, but in Europe, I think in where Richard lives, for instance, many know Lahti for its international sports events. And Lappeenranta and Lahti are, in my opinion, not only my opinion, but are the 2 greenest cities in Finland. So Lahti was chosen as a European Green Capital of 21. And Lahti also has a great location, only 1 hour by train to capital Helsinki. Then education. These are the studies what we are offering. 8 bachelor's degree programs in English, and we are very strong in student exchange as well. We have partner institutions in 86 countries. Quickly, these are 2 new programs starting next autumn, August: industrial design plus packaging and brand design. We have in technology, we have mechanical engineering,
This was one of the questions. If you have this kind of program in the beginning, especially this type of program, so many agents was looking for this one. I have some more questions coming in, Otto. Sorry if I have to interrupt you all the time.
No worries.
I need I need your help on this. First of all, do you have any PhD? Many ask me if one of the two universities have PhD, and then some other ask me if you have as well a foundation program.
So that's a two very good questions. Let me answer for the PhD part, and Juha, you can continue with the foundation. So we have PhD at LUT University, and we are definitely also we are happy to help you with the PhD studies. Juha, please, about the foundation.
That is a tricky question, so I know why you put it to me. We have two pathway programs, and we have been talking about having more in the future, but we are now we have already done one pathway program that is direct access to our bachelor's program, and we are talking about having a pathway or foundation for masters in the future, but we want to have more understanding of this how it would work. So we are not launching new ones, at least for the next year. So we have now two operating right now in Vietnam and in China, and those are something that we need to have more information, more knowledge of, and maybe 22 intake would be next one that we can talk about. But that is something that we know that world is working on those, and that is something that we need to build more in the future. But we need to have more experience on that before we can make new agreement with foundations.
Another question that's coming in. Now we have over 130 agents from over 52 different countries. Question is, if an agent is able to bring you on board a college and organizing a dual agreement, are you looking into this partnership as well or not?
We are definitely interested to talk about this as well. In our basic agency agreement, we don't have a commission model for this, but we are more than happy to discuss and negotiate with everyone also about these kind of models.
I have another questions coming in. Maybe first you finish with the presentation from this university, but maybe then in the end, can you just show a second the application form for international students so that they know a little bit more about how it works?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So one thing we were talking about mechanical engineering, and then we have also at the moment registered nurse, and next autumn we'll open a new program in paramedics. In business, we have business information technology and international business. Then these are very popular programs: tourism and hospitality management, hotel and restaurant management. Admission. So again, same thing. We have a regular admission, which is our national system, but we are also currently building. We have actually still today, after this webinar, we have more meetings regarding the rolling admission, which is starting then in 21 and will continue to May 21. So in regular admission, we have application periods in January and September. So there are two intakes, depending on the program. Either it has two intakes, January and September, or only September. High school diploma plus SAT or an online examination. So this was this year. In now we will have in October the first online examinations, and unfortunately this application period has now expired, but luckily the new application period is starting very soon.
Otto, a question. What is online examination? Some of the agent did not understand very well. On position number 3, SAT score or an online examination?
That's a good question. So in Finnish university model, we very often we are offering an entrance examination. So that means that you have to really sit physically an entrance examination. But now we all know because of COVID, we have started an online entry examination. So that means that the students are sitting the entrance examination online.
Thank you very much. Please continue.
These are the tuition fees and scholarships. At the LAB University, we have tuition fees, 8,000 euros per academic year, and scholarships are available from the second year if a student completes 55 credits during the first academic year.
Another technical questions. What subject will be taken for examination, Otto?
It depends totally on the program. So there are definitely there's going to be a pre-reading material for the entrance examination plus then the exam. So there is not going to be a specific book. All the applicants will receive simultaneously the link to this online pre-reading material, and based on this and something on the upper secondary degree basic things, which is definitely also trying to find out your English skills that you are able to study in the program.
So maybe I can add that one thing is that when the student apply, they are pre-screened with their earlier certificates, and those who are accepted to examination, online examination, are invited and they're giving the material. So when the student apply, then after that they are getting the instructions how everything is done. But it's not like you have to read, like for medical school, that you would need to read 1,000 pages before or try to remember everything or something like that. It's why the idea is to examine your possibilities to learn in our university, so that you would be successful in your studies in the future.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have two universities from Finland here, LEB and LUT. And now we was listening to the presentation of these two speakers from these two universities. And I know there is a lot of more questions who coming in from your side. Otto, I think that you really did an excellent presentation, and Yuva as well, your colleague, did a very good presentation. I have to go back one more time in refer of the commission, because I think it's very important to clarify this position. So you give a commission of 10% basis on the tuition fee from 10,000 or tuition fee of 8,000, depend from university to university. If a student will receive a scholarship, let's say on your university, of 50%, then the agents will receive the commission not on the total amount, but only on the amount that the student pay, correct?
And also you have, obviously we have only good questions. The agent will get it from the original tuition fee.
So
from
if the tuition fee is
8,000 and 10,000, yes, on that.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you will get 1,000 euro commission if you go to LUT, and if you go to LAB, you will get 800 euro, correct?
Yes, in LUT at master level, it's 10,000 euros, and bachelor level is either 9,000 or 9,500 euros.
Okay. Fantastic.
And to clarify also that it was depending on the number of students that you send. If you are able to send more students, then you are getting higher commission for each of those. So then it would increase to 15 or even up to 20%. So It's also, we want to support agents to send more than just one student or two students.
Fantastic, fantastic. This is excellent. Otto, would you like to give me the screen back for a second? So I will share now the link. Okie dokie. So I will share now the link to everyone. I have to go inside in my system, and let me open my system so I can share the link to everyone. One second. Okay. So I will put now the link on the chat below so that you can fill out this form, and this will be able for you to start to have a one-to-one meeting directly with LUT. So I think, can you see this, Otto? Can you see on the chat the link that I put it? This is very important. If everyone wants to start to cooperate with LUT, they need to fill out this form, and then after we will send this form directly completed to LUT.
That sounds excellent, and we are really really looking forward to meeting hopefully as many as possible from all of you with Juha and with rest of our team.
We had today over 140 agents from, I calculated now, 53 agents in total. And now we end up with the final speech of Otto. Otto, you want to conclude? Ever something you want to add, some additional information?
I think we have said and we were able to say things what we wanted. I just really want to point out Finland as a great study destination, the safety of the Finnish society, and the pure and clean air of Finland, and also the quality of education. So with the Finnish university degree, you have really the whole world in your arms after you graduate.
Thank you very much, Otto. Thank you very much. I would like to say thank you as well to your colleague who give us many additional information about different requests that we had from agents. So all the agents, if they're interested to cooperate, now please fill out the link that I put on the chat. If you can see below, there is a chat. Just click on this link and fill out this form. We will send anyway an email to everyone who is here today, everyone who participated today, and we will re-include the link one more time. So it's very, very important for you to fill out this, so that they will be able to come back to you and arrange a one-to-one meeting. Otto, thank you very much to be part of this workshop. It was a very, very interesting one. And like we say now today, thank you very much. It was my great pleasure. I'm looking forward for the second session of Study in Finland, which will come out in the next couple of weeks, and we will inform all the agents about this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to everyone to join.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had now this special workshop for Study in Finland today, and I'm sure that many of you can take advantage of this. This is a state university in Finland, so this is not a private university. There are two state universities. So this is a very unique occasion for you to start to cooperate with them together. I will suggest you to fill out the form, and this will be give you the possibility to have a one-to-one meeting with the team of Otto, and for you as well to start to send your student to Finland. I'm sure that you have many, many more questions to ask, and Otto and his team will be able to assist you. So this was my second workshop today, and I would like to invite you at the next workshop, which will start at 1 o'clock London time today, about university in Italy. So we still remain in Europe now, and we will start with the next session in about 1.5 hours. And so as well from my side, it's time for a short break. And thank you again to join me today. Thank you. Bye-bye.